One.
And we're live. So welcome back to Late Night Lime. We're here. So what's up, guys? What's going on?
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back. Episode 12.
12. So, hold on. I gotta hit mute on mine.
1 second. Let me.
How we doing, fellas and ladies? How we doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Happy to be here. Gavin, what's up? Welcome back.
Yeah, Gavin came in early. He was like, guys, 9. He was like, 9 o'clock, fellas, 9 o'clock. What are you guys doing? Big up to Gavin. Much respect. Right. So, you guys heard about the shooting in Hartford today?
Nope.
No.
Heard somebody passed in the hospital.
Oh, so well, let's start with that one. Let's start with that one, and let's start in our own backyard first. All right. So let's run that one. There we go.
I can't hear anything.
Me either.
Yep, same.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Let's take it out. I had it muted. That was my fault. So let's run that back.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us here for the news at 5.
You
I'm
good,
Keisha
right?
Grant.
Yep.
We are following a developing news story in Hartford where a man is dead after a police officer shot him. Police say the man pulled out a knife before any shots were fired.
Well, let's get right to NBC Connecticut's Melissa Cooney for more. Melissa, what do we know?
Well, the scene has been active here on Capitol Avenue all day. The state police major crimes unit is here, and officers have been working it for the entire day. Now, at this point, we do not know the name of the person who was killed, and we do not know the name of the officer involved. Police have offered up very few details. Now, the Inspector General's office is taking over the investigation.
We heard like 5 gunshots. Like, it just kept going. And then after that, there was crying. It was like people yelling. It was so scary.
We spoke to a woman who lives on the same floor of the Capitol Avenue apartment building where police say they shot and killed a person who showed a knife. Neighbors say it happened near the hall elevator.
Family dysfunction happened, but to handle it like the way they did is just something just like horrifying. I wish they could have found a better solution rather than what they did, but who could you know what's going on in people's head?
Hartford police haven't said much about the shooting other than they were assisting Capital Region with a mental evaluation of someone.
The subject of the evaluation produced a knife. We know at least one officer fired shots.
Now the Office of Inspector General is taking over, saying in a statement that preliminary status report required within 5 days of the cause of death becoming available will be released in the near future. Throughout the day, Crystal and her neighbors were told to stay inside.
I just didn't know that all of this would happen just like that. And just around the corner, which makes me so petrified to even want to come out my door.
Others asked to evacuate.
Oh boy, it's terrible. It's terrifying. Trust me, it's terrifying.
As the community waits to learn more.
I think it's really crazy to be right next to it while it's happening. And I don't think our society should be like this.
And police say that at this point, they are...
So let's bring it back to this one right here.
All right.
Pull back up this panel right here. Yeah, so what do you guys think about this? Suspect got shot for wielding a knife.
Hey, he said he had a knife?
Yeah.
Yes.
We shooting cats for knives now? I see people all the time palm people approach the cops with swinging at them with swords. But this dude got. This is crazy.
And was it 5 shots?
Sounds like it.
5.
And I'm sure he was all the way across the parking lot too. Probably wasn't even close to them.
And he just draw for the knife. Was he aiming it?
No, he was wielding the knife. I think he had it out. Draw still would have got shots, but
for a knife.
Yeah.
But look. I hear if there's a mental health evaluation,
he didn't charge at them.
We don't know. There's a mental health evaluation. There's a knife involved. Shots were fired. So
a mental health evaluation turns to that. Isn't that the same thing that happened with the girl when they were doing a check and next she was getting dragged out by her hair?
Oh no, never mind. Think about something else.
Remember we did that 112 with the girl? They went for a wellness check.
Oh, she died. That was in the election time. That was like down there in Chicago or something like that.
Oh, the one in the hotel. We watched this the other night when the lady was dragging the chick through the
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I was thinking Sonia
no, they called her and said for a wellness check, and it ended with them dragging her out.
Oh yeah, in the bathroom.
She never
college campus. Yeah.
Like what's going on?
So what I would say is, right, I don't know what happened, and I'm sorry, always sorry for the loss of life. But my position when I hear this is a regular individual like me, you would, if we see a cop, we putting out anything that we got, even if it's in our pocket, we taking it out. We don't want no, misconstrued going on. So I think this person do hold some accountability here. If I see a cop around, I'm not wielding a knife, a gun, anything that look like a gun. I'm tossing my phone, nothing.
Yo, sound like we got some bitch ass cops.
It can't
for
be
a knife, bro. 5 shots for a knife.
Yeah, why 5? Like I could see if he wanted to,
Yo, that's murder, my dude.
Some kind of intimidation, just fire a gunshot. But 5? Why 5?
I think there's multiple factors involved. I've always said that I believe police need better training when it comes to engaging any kind of individual. It should be taser first, like Gavin said, if possible.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Look, we're not there in the moment. The one thing I will say is I have seen a couple of incidents involving knife wielding individuals where it gets pretty ugly for the police involved.
Exactly.
One situation I saw
where I understand
that. A guy called the cops and then he pulled out a knife. He got
when you fire your gun, that means you feared for your life.
Yep.
Right.
That had to happen. If he just had a knife and they shot him, that's not the same as him attacking them with a knife.
But they said knife wielding. If they wouldn't have said suspect had a knife on him, they would have clarified that.
Yo,
they said knife
did
wielding.
You see the thing at the protest where they shot dude in his back?
Yeah, the one where he was on the ground?
Exactly. When they initially reported that, they said he was brazing his gun around. He was doing all this stuff. And then we watched the video and it was like, that didn't even happen. Yeah, you shouldn't bring a gun to a protest. We understand that. But they've been making a lot of things up today, man. I want to see that first. We need to see the body cam.
Agreed.
I don't believe
we need the whole story. We need the whole story.
You know what I'm saying?
It's lacking a lot of details. I think they said they were still trying to get more information.
Trying to make up a better lie. That's what make up a better lie.
I'm gonna be with the cops on this one.
Come on, man. Yo, if one thing I could say about black people, at least in Connecticut, they don't really disrespect the cops like that. I mean, they even gangsters. When cops show up, they back off and do what they do. But come on, man. It sounds like an agenda here.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. This was like the same thing that happened 3 weeks ago with the kid in the apartment. So it was I think it was in New York. They went to the house and the dude was like trashing the parents' house. And the cops came in and he pulled the knife and they shot him too. So they wasn't playing. So it was the same thing out there in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, you remember when we did the Japan video last year? and the dude had a sword, and he was trained like Bruce. The dude looked like Bruce Lee. These cats pulled up with this big like ear thing and shot it and just rolled him up in the ball.
He had a samurai sword.
Yeah, he dude had a samurai
They had like
sword.
10 cops.
About to fight him like a real kung fu movie.
Oh, but he knew how to wield the sword, though. He knew how to wield the sword. Boy, with the techniques.
Man, like 15 cops showed up. They had this big net. They shot it at him. He folded up. Boom. Threw him in the paddy wagon. It's over.
Yeah.
But we shooting cats over a knife?
You know we don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Come on, man.
I give you that.
Fear of a Black Planet. We never get the benefit of the doubt.
Hey, I couldn't upload that video in media.
I give you that.
I'm missing the thing to upload that says more.
Okay.
I could drop it in the other one, but it's probably going to start playing.
Well, give me a second. All right, let me do this, right? Let's roll into the next clip, and we take our thoughts, and I'll let you do the third one. So you just hit once you drop it in, it plays and it rolls in, right? So
all right, go ahead.
Let me roll into the next one, right? So here we go. We're gonna go to London right quick.
London.
London.
Hey.
But we begin with breaking news on the fallout from the Epstein files that's shaken the British royal family. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as Prince Andrew and brother of King Charles, is under arrest today. Andrew is facing charges of public misconduct stemming from revelations in the Epstein files. King Charles released a statement about his brother's arrest, saying in part, "I have learned with the deepest concern the news about Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and suspicion of misconduct in public office. What now follows is the full, fair, and proper process by which this issue is investigated in the appropriate manner and by the appropriate authorities. In this, as I have said before, they have our full and wholehearted support and cooperation. Let me state clearly, the law must take its course." All right, let's go live now to CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio outside Buckingham Palace for us today in London. Ramy, thank you so much for your time. Can you take us through this arrest and what led up to it?
Absolutely, Mugo. Good to be with you. And first, I just want to put this into historical context because this arrest of a royal, let alone a senior royal, has not happened in the modern history of the United Kingdom. You have to go back maybe 300 years or so for something like this to have happened. But with regards to what happened this morning, how it unfolded, 8 a.m. is what happened when British police arrived at Sandringham Estate. Now, this is not here in London. This is about 3 hours north of us. And that is where several unmarked police cars and several plainclothes officers did arrest Andrew, the former prince, on suspicion of misconduct while in public office and linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Mugo, when we think of Jeffrey Epstein, we do think of probably first and foremost sex trafficking allegations over the past several years. But this actually relates to financial interests and potential financial benefits to potentially Epstein, to Andrew, or to third parties that are not yet really known. And this dates back to when Andrew was a trade envoy for the United Kingdom. This is from 2001 to 2011, and specifically the years 2010 to 2011, according to a senior administration official, senior security official, who told CBS News that that is the time frame, and that is.
God save the king.
All right, so public misconduct. So while that was planned, right? So I'm gonna go to Brandon first, but I'm gonna explain something on the back end. What's your thoughts, Brandon?
So listen, they got this man on his 66th birthday. That's a hell of a thing to wake up to. But you know, justice is starting to roll on the people in this world. At the end of the day, the royals have been distancing themselves from Andrew for the longest time. They stripped him of his titles. They kicked him out of the royal apartments. They've been taking everything away. Now they got more proof he's doing stuff. It's just more reason to be like, you know what? We ain't with this dude. And that's fine.
Okay. Toya, you got anything on this one?
He commuted, Toya.
No, nothing additional.
Hey, isn't this the same dude that got caught with a suitcase full of money a few years ago?
I'm not too
remember
sure.
that? Yeah, look that up. He had a suitcase full of money, cash, and they didn't know where it came from.
Well, they wouldn't know where Prince Andrew's suitcase from
I
money.
think so, if I'm not mistaken.
It says public misconduct, right? It's a serious common law offense in the UK, carries maximum sentence of life imprisonment.
Wow.
What? That is crazy.
Is it?
Life?
Listen, they got to make an example out of these people. And somebody was saying, Gavin was saying, supposedly Prince Andrew did some craziness that they have unredacted inside the Epstein files. I don't know.
Boy,
I ain't read nothing.
He was over a little girl. He was over one. If you go look at some of the pictures, he was over one.
So then, yes, he needs life.
Yes, he was.
And then
red-handed. They got a red-handed. I don't even want to pull up the picture, but that one is on there. He wasn't doing anything. He was just over her. He wasn't caught in an act, but he was just over her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think
it
was different. The difference here is they're run by a king, and we're a democracy. So when the king calls the shots, there's nothing nobody can do. I think Dr. Miles Monroe broke this down in one of his sermons. He said America's run by a democracy where people vote, and there's back-ended information or back-ended people playing the puppets, but not in the kingdom. He said the kingdom, when the king speaks or when the king's bringing charges or there's evidence, there's nothing nobody can do about that. And he's probably the only one that got arrested besides whoever they're trying to blame over here in the United States. No justice over here.
Well, I think it's a good thing to get the ball rolling when they see that a former prince is getting the book thrown at him. Hey, everybody else need to sack up and start convicting these people, man.
He's an image of the kingdom. So I mean, he represents them. So if he did that over here, our president can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
we talk about
what I was gonna say was I like Trump's statement. It was funny as hell. He was like, because he got acquitted of his, so he's like, it's downhill for Holmes. But my question I want to pose to the panel is this, right? So anonymity, is there such word as anonymity anymore? Because this was the elite. These were files that were never supposed to see the day of light. These were the high-end people where it was secure, because a lot of people went to these things, and anonymity was the big key. None of these stuff was supposed to get out. So is there such thing as anonymity? Oh, I'm starting to stumble that word now.
Anonymity,
Is there such thing as that now in today's time?
I don't think so. Everybody taking pictures, going live. Somebody always got a picture of something somewhere. And it's probably better that way. Was done in the dark on the light? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Even when you try to do something for a positive cause. I tried to file a report anonymously one time. The parent found out it was me. But he told on me.
Yeah.
And when it happened again, when another person filed the report, she thought it was me again.
Oh man.
I ain't telling you who did it, but it might have been
oh man. But that's
these files are like destroying a lot of lives. Because every day now you hear somebody resign and either their name's about to get dropped or already got dropped.
That's fine with me.
You know what I mean? You got the owner of the Giants, but I think he sold 60% of his stake last year. So Mara's only on 40% of the team now, but I think they might be pressuring him to sell as well because he's also involved in that. So
Okay.
it's a lot more to come. These are the elites that's going to be in these files. So these hedge fund, corporate, whatever you want to call them, yeah, they're going to feel it.
Take them down. If you
You see a lot of
wrong,
them turning it down to their kids and their grandkids because they know by their name being on it, it hurts the companies. So, and then you know what, the king and queen, I think the public is basically the ones that fund that whole thing going on. So
yeah,
they get it's through the public. So, but they love their king and queen over there, though.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
I think it's sad though because,
hey, when you sign an NDA, right? What does that protect?
I know it means something here. You can have an NDA here,
right?
Until
you commit a crime.
No, not necessarily. No, NDA is an NDA.
Until you commit a crime that involves that NDA.
No,
I'm telling you, huh?
I do get you with the part with the crime. I'm not too sure what's the statute for that one.
Yeah, once a crime or something is involved where the police got to get involved, that NDA is now voided when it comes to the law and order.
Yeah,
that's
true. That's true.
All right, I can see it. All right. That one was a quick one. I just wanted to kind of touch what was on the news. P, you can roll into yours and let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, I was gonna bring something through real quick, something I would normally have on my channel, and I figured the panel right here is a perfect panel to get an answer to this question. So let me pull this up.
Black people really hate being called African American. And when I say hate, I don't just mean, hey guys, I think we should all start going by foundational Black American. There is angry passion behind referring to the wrong person as African American. I'm not African. I feel like at one point there was a moment where we wanted to connect to our African heritage a bit more because it's there. It's there. It's real. That happened. And that ship has sailed. That pun was not intended. That moment passed. And now not everyone, a lot of people are intensely behind the foundational Black American movement. Makes sense. I get it. I also think that sometimes it's distracting from our mission. People are fighting amongst themselves. I posted a video about Will Smith possibly being the right person to play Jesse Jackson, and someone was like, man, fuck Jesse Jackson. He called us African Americans. There's reasons to not want to watch a movie about Jesse Jackson because you don't like him. That's not one of them, though. There was another video that one of my coworkers posted about AAVE, African American Vernacular English, but that's the breakdown of that. But instead of people paying attention to what she was trying to say about AABV or BAVE, like our language, people were so distracted by the fact that how dare she use a term that referred to them as African. I just don't think that's necessary. We're going to keep moving into people referring to themselves as foundational Black Americans because I think we're going to get further and further away from, being called African American because more people are just not feeling connected to that term. But it also makes me feel sad in a way. I was raised to really appreciate, being African American, to appreciate Africa. And I also, you watch things like Roots and it reminds you that was their whole mission. They never wanted Black people that they brought here as slaves to connect to their African heritage, their ancestry. And I'll be damned, it worked.
I like that one.
So
I definitely like that one.
So basically, the question, the talk has been, because now we're getting a lot of immigrants coming to the country, a lot of Africans coming to the country, and there's been a lot of wars going on, diaspora wars with Black people and Black Americans versus Black South Africans, Black around the world. But in America, Black people are called African Americans. That's what we all go to fill out the application. It's on there. Outside of America, they don't really know that. They don't understand that. So Black Americans are trying to let the rest of the world know they're not really connected to Africans in Africa because it's been 400 years. Some, I'm hearing some feedback. So one of my questions I wanted to ask is, what would you rather be called? African Americans or Black Americans? Do you want to be called Black? Because it's a whole topic. Because I remember there was a time, and R.I.P. to Jesse Jackson.
R.I.P.
He said African American. That was back in the day, and then they ran with it. So how you feel about that, Brandon?
All right, I have a couple of different feelings about it, but I've grown up being called African American, and that's what it is. I am of African descent. Where? I don't know. I'd love to find out. But I am of African descent living in America, and African American fits to me. Now, when I'm around my West Indian people and they're just like, oh, where you from? I'm like, nah, I'm Black American. Like, it works. They both work to me. When I say that, they know exactly what I mean. I'm Black American.
So you okay with being called Black American?
I have no problem with it because people will understand, like, okay, maybe he don't have another stop from the boat. His family just got brought here. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm plain Black, whatever you want to call it. I'm Black American. All my St. Lucians, all the West Indians, yeah, he Black American. It's fine. I don't have no kind of feeling about that. It's fine. It sums it up pretty much. You from St. Lucia, you from Trinidad, yeah, I'm just Black American. It's fine. Interchangeable to me. African American, Black American, Black. It all means the same thing to me. I don't have no kind of hatred, no kind of disinterest in it. That's just what it is.
Okay. What about you, Dre?
I think from slavery time we went from nigger to Negro to what else was nigger, colored, colored. And they always gonna switch because, like someone said before, the whole plan was to take away our identity.
Exactly.
That's what she said. That's what the lady said. And and it's working. And for us to be arguing about something like that, I don't know. I'm pretty sure everyone been in New York City. Like when you go to New York City, you ain't gonna hear that argument on the streets of Harlem, where you got the Africans working, you got the Blacks doing what they do, everybody on that street hustling. You're probably gonna get it within probably the working class folks. The upper class folks gonna say something like that because like in the city, everybody melted together. So it's like everybody doing it. That argument ain't gonna come up.
Exactly.
It's just like if you call a Puerto Rican Dominican and all of that. That's the same type of argument, that I hear, which is probably irrelevant. And then you have the Puerto Ricans are gonna say, okay, let's do our history. Oh, we all came from the same place, blah, blah, blah. We got this Indian blood, blah, blah, blah. It's a simple-minded argument to me. I don't know. I feel like we come a long way to be. There's bigger things to worry about than to worry about how we all connected and how we disconnected.
Well said. I like that. Well, this is my thoughts on it, right? If you go to any other country, I never hear Germans say Black German. I never hear Canadians say Canadian Black or Canadian African. I never hear, and all these countries have whites and Black, right? You go to Trinidad and Tobago, I never hear them say African, Trinidadian African.
But hold up, though. You got to look at the population of Black people in those territories as well.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just making an overall.
But in America, Black people fight for their rights. So
true.
They're up there compared to the rest of the world.
So what happened to Canada?
Canada don't have the amount of Black people as America do.
I have heard the term Black Canadians, though. We talking about like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's father, people who helped to set up, like hockey up there.
But they don't. they don't refer themselves as Black Canadians. That's what what he means.
Right. So that's my point.
Even though we know there's Black people there. Toya got a lot of family up there, you know. But they don't refer to them. They don't say, "Hey, I'm Black Canadian."
Yeah, and that's my point. It's a construct only in America where giving people identity to make them feel like something or a group feel like they're their own. You know, it's a false sense of thing, but nowhere in the world.
It's just an attempt to put people in boxes.
Exactly.
This country loves to stereotype and put people in boxes so that they could say, well, this culture is better than that one. And it's just stupid. And it's, if you look at it, when do you get asked these questions? When you're taking a test, are they trying to prove are they trying to categorize us to make up these statistics? Why are they doing it? To create more division. I think it's just at the end of the day, I think it's just all petty, and you have to remain true to who you are, and you also have to be willing to embrace cultural competence. We're all individuals. We're all going to have our different countries, ethnic groups we identify with, but we're not all going to be the same. We're all different in our own ways. So at the end of the day, what's the big deal about being called African American, Black American, being categorized this way? Still going to have our uniqueness to us.
So let me
go ahead, Pete. I'm about to rock the boat.
So what if I saw you and I was like, "Hey, yo, you Guyanese?" Toya.
For me?
So wait, the question: would I be offended?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be. I think it's interesting actually. This So when I taught at Arizona College of Nursing last year, we got to play a game. Is it two truths and a lie?
Yep.
And one of the lies I put was that I was Guyanese and not of Guyanese descent. And not everyone was able to guess, but I'm Black. I could be Guyanese, I'm not offended. I could be African. I could be Jamaican. I could be, I don't know. But am I going to be offended by it? No.
Well, you're not.
Do I take it as an opportunity to educate? Sure.
Cool.
Cultural competency, so important, especially, in my career. I come across a lot of different cultures, and you can't take care of everybody the same way. People get offended. When the whole family want to come in the room, you kind of have to just rock with their culture and understand that's how they roll.
Definitely. So
you wanted to chime in, Jay?
Go ahead, Dre.
No, like I said earlier, it's just like Toya said, it's simple. It's not a big argument. But to the right person it is. I met some I think I worked with these couple guys, they were Trinidadian. I think I called them Jamaican or something like that. And they educated me.
Cut your blood clot.
Yeah. Like, you sound the same. The whole vibe is the same. But they were not having it. They Trinidad and Tobago. That was their thing. And I was like, all right, that's cool. And but like I said, I went into a Spanish Dominican establishment, and I asked for some mofongo. They was like, "Nah, papi, mango." I'm like, I was like, okay, I get it. All right, we do run into these things, certain situations, but it to me is whatever. Like she said, we just roll with it when you're in the presence of whoever. And if they, they identify as whatever they identify, we just roll with it out of respect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's the bottom line. You just got to respect, regardless, whoever, what you want to identify with. That's it.
Cool.
I think eventually they're going to change the way it shows up on instead of saying African Americans, they either get rid of the Africans or just say Black Americans.
All right.
I've been seeing a lot of Black. I haven't even been seeing Black American. I just see, when it comes to identifying yourself as a as race or ethnic group. Well, they have the Hispanic versus non-Hispanic section.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have Black, white, Pacific, Asian, you know, they categorize it even more. But why are they doing that? What does it matter if you're Hispanic or non-Hispanic? Like,
well, it
what
actually
are they capturing?
They can tell exactly where you fit in, who you are. Like,
so
they're trying to break it down even more.
Go ahead.
Smaller boxes.
Right? I know it's Black History Month, right?
Yep.
But I got to pose a question.
Go ahead.
You know it's going to rock the boat. So the question is, do we need to be labeled? We all should just be called Americans, because if you're in America, you're American.
Hell no.
Do we need to be segregated down to, because it's like this, right?
Yes.
We're all asking for integration, right?
Yes.
We're all asking for integration and to be treated equally, and not to, you know, just a fair share in the game. But guess what? We all still trying to integrate, but separate at the same time. So it just should say American. It shouldn't say Black, shouldn't say white, because I never seen white American on a damn application. What you call it? You never see it.
Yeah.
You always see Native American, so you can know who's Native American.
Right.
I know they have white on application, so most people still put white to blend in. So if you don't know, that's a secret. You always check white.
Honestly, you got a better shot at the job. You check white.
Yo, that's the easiest way to get in. Who gonna care when you show up and you Black? If you show up and you Black, they you can call racism. You know,
I think they even give you an option. Choose not to identify. I think you
exactly. So let me ask you this: if you running a business, right, and somebody fill out an application, they take white, and a Black dude show up. How's that interview going?
Easy. I'm taking you out.
The wrong box.
Right.
I'm
You're not gonna be able to trust them.
Is the one thing I asked you to do is to identify yourself, and you come here and you already lied. Why would I pick you for the job? No,
I would have rather them leave that part blank.
The law, right? You can't discriminate off of race.
You gotta
I'm not discriminating.
Think as a business owner. You hiring people, right? So you wanna connect to Arab. So you need somebody that speak the language. You want to connect. Right. So if you want to establish a business here in New Britain, you need to appeal to the Hispanic community. You need to appeal to the whole the Polish community, and now you need to appeal to the Arab community as well. There's the blacks are kind of like, you know, they're here, but they're intermingled with, you know, everybody. They're here and there. There's not a whole community of black, you know. And if there was the projects, and they're no longer, they're taking down the projects. So like I was thinking earlier, like, you know, I had a vision of, you know, of a business, and I was like, you know, if you open this business, you really want to appeal to the community. So you want to be diverse. You want to have people there to represent anybody. Yeah. And I get that's why probably some of the applications, but that's not the truth about every scenario. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
It's not the truth, but it's a good and a bad thing. It can be held as, you know, okay, they're trying to diversify their company, or they just want who they want.
So you can. Sorry to cut you off there. I was going to say that was the case when Biden was in power. Now it's all about merit base. And if it's based on merit base, yes, if that Arab person fits that role, you roll with the Arab person because that's who you're looking for. But now it's no longer about DEI. It's more, hey, merit base. If you can do the job and you're the best person, there you go. You get that job. Because appealing to a wild dem is like this. This was a question. If we try to make it to the moon, right? If we try to make it to the moon, and the best people to build this ship are all black, and you try to do the DEI where you get someone from here, someone from there, you know what I'm saying? Now you're cutting out somebody, your best pool candidate to make it to the moon. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like Hidden Figures. You know what I'm saying? The ladies that they really needed to make to the moon, they were black. They were black ladies. You know what I'm saying? And dudes didn't want to get into that spaceship because until that lady said so, that's how they made it to the moon. So now that was merit based, even for back then in that time. I love that movie. So it's like this: who do you really want working for you at that stage? You get what I'm trying to say? So DEI or merit based? I know that might vary for different people, but what's your choice?
It depends on what you're doing. It really, like if you're building something for the community or you have a specific goal targeted, you're getting the best person. But if you're trying to build something for a community, I think you would try to diversify for that community. I mean, not saying that there ain't any. The best person for the job might be whatever, but you still want to diversify to get the whole goal for the community. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm wording that right, but
yeah, I get you. It makes sense. I can understand it in the community perspective.
Yeah,
you know, so
you can spread the community around.
Yeah, if you're doing for community, yeah. But if you got a company, Fortune 500 company, and you're trying to get the best people, I don't think you should try to diversify. You just go for the best person for the job.
Cool. I hand it back over to you, P. I ain't gonna rock the boat
like I
too much.
said, man, if I got my house burning down or something, I don't want that dude come to my house on ladder because he DEI and they had to put him in there, and they left Charles at the station because Charles ain't get hired, but he's a former Navy SEAL. You know what I'm saying? No, I think the best person for the job should have the job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it should go.
All right.
Think
so
about it. You don't want the one that got the DI higher. No, you want the best person. Whoever.
So my question was: so how did DEI get so popular? Well, let me ask this question, Toya.
Because let me answer it. What I think, at least, I think because at the time they felt like it was going to give Black and brown people a better look or get into the room type thing. I think it was posted that way, but the way it turned out, I don't think it was the way they expected it to.
Okay.
Go ahead, Toya.
You would ask me a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, DEI or merit based? Which one would you prefer?
I would prefer, whatever. Again, it depends on what the cause is.
No, for you. I know you got accomplishment, so I'm asking you.
Okay, which accomplishment are we talking about? Like,
well, we're talking about your professional stuff.
Me,
right? Yeah,
okay.
Yours. Would you prefer to be higher based on your merit base or based on the color of your skin?
Based off what I can do, I know what I'm capable of.
Right.
And I would hope that they don't hire me just because I'm Black. I would want to make sure that whatever organization I'm going into, that I represent. I want to make sure they pass their NCLEX first time around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with my skin color. That has to do with my training and my passion for teaching.
So I know you have high accolades. So that's what I'm saying. In that regards, that's why I posed that question in that way of like, hey, would you want somebody to hire you based on the color of your skin or merits? And you said merits. You basically said merits. So that's the thing. How about you, Mr. Knight?
Honestly, when I think about, merit based, is who's looking at my merit, who is actually judging my merit, and are they judging it the way they're supposed to? Because if you see I have a political science degree from Howard University, is that enough for you because I went to a historically Black college? Or is it not enough because it doesn't measure up, quote unquote, to one of these historically white colleges? So if it's merit-based, it's all about who's judging it. They may not think I'm enough because of where I got my degree or this and that. And this is why we are behind as it is. This is why they implemented affirmative action. It's not just about picking, the meat for the color of my skin. It helps. But at the end of the day, I'm also working trying to figure this out. So that's always going to be the issue. Yes, there's no more affirmative action. But I will always wonder at the end of the day, like, are you selecting me because of the work, because of my degree, or you know, is it that I'm filling a quote or something like that? So even now, yeah, they say it's merit based, but am I getting that job based on my own stuff? As a black man, sometimes I wonder.
Okay. I could see your point. And you have a valid point. So I know so I understand that's why they fought so hard to be seen. I get it, right?
I do have a question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
My brain was just
Go ahead.
I do have a question to pose though. I remember when I was younger, trying to apply for scholarships, right? You had the scholarships that were merit based, and then you had money given from the government for like it was a specific amount that kids wanted to go to college could benefit from, but their grades didn't so much play into it. It just made things so much harder for me because my parents worked 2, 3, 4 jobs, right? Which meant I didn't qualify for grants, and getting them merit based was a little bit harder. Like I really had to bust my behind to get those straight A's and get a full scholarship. You know what I mean? So what are your thoughts on that?
Hey, want to say good night to Gavin real quick.
Yeah, Gavin, we appreciate you tuning in.
Night.
Thanks for the support. So knowing, you want to start with me first?
Doesn't matter.
All right, cool. So I think knowing what you have accomplished, I think your hard work paid off, right? Sometimes that easier road didn't necessarily mean you would get to where you was going. It would have made your process somewhat easier, but it wasn't guaranteed success. So getting a scholarship doesn't guarantee success. The hard work guarantee your success. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I could say with certainty, we could say with certainty, being in academia and all of that, is we see a lot of students that get grants, come to class and sleep.
Right.
We seen students pay for school in the car smoking weed. So I could point out the negative, and we could see the ones that are struggling. They show up to class on time and they can't pay that bill. They don't know how they're gonna make that payment, and you just tell them, hey, let's go down there, see if they got any resources, grants to help them through. And that's the whole thing. Is one of those things that you got to see is like, hey, life is unfair sometimes. The ones that really need it don't get it, and the ones that have it, they squander it.
They waste it.
Right.
So I think you're a great product, and just kind of knowing you, that's why I'll say your hard work paid off for you. So, yeah, I hand it off.
Yeah, so this is the break right here, I guess, so we could roll into the show now. 48 minutes in.
No, we already started it. I started it a long time.
No. I mean the actual.
Yeah, I get you.
We ain't gonna finish it anyway, but yeah, that was just a couple different topics that usually come up. Now that one video, there's about 30 topics in that one video right there. So, but that's just some of the stuff I do on my other channel.
Cool.
I figure it'd be cool to get some different perspectives on it.
All right. So we're gonna roll into this one. This one is the next political one too, but let's roll into this one.
All right.
A shooting at a Rhode Island game, 2 dead and 3 wounded after a trans father fired at his family before taking his own life. Who was the trans father? 56-year-old Robert Dorgan, going by the name Roberta Esposito, was the father of a senior hockey player for North Providence High School. The violence unfolded Monday at Lynch Arena in Pawtucket during what was supposed to be a celebratory senior day for the players in the tournament. Grainy video circulating online appears to show the shooter walking down the aisle in the stands before suddenly opening fire, sending families and students scrambling for cover. According to multiple reports, the two people killed were the mother of Dorgan's son and his son. According to court documents, his ex-wife Rhonda Dorgan filed for divorce in 2021. Initial paperwork cited gender reassignment surgery and personality concerns as grounds, but those reasons were later replaced with irreconcilable differences. The divorce was finalized in June 2021, and records indicate Dorgan was living in Jacksonville, Florida, and working as a truck driver at the time. Court documents also show that years earlier, in early 2020, Dorgan had gone to North Providence Police to report that after undergoing gender reassignment surgery, his father-in-law wanted him out of the family home. Dorgan alleged his father-in-law threatened him and used derogatory language toward transgender people. The father-in-law was charged at the time, though those charges were later dismissed. Dorgan left a footprint on X with posts including angry commentary about anti-trans rhetoric, along with pro-Nazi and white supremacist views. In the days leading up to the shooting, Dorgan had been active on social media, posting thousands of messages on X. And the night before the shooting, he responded to another user's comment about Representative Sarah McBride, writing, quote, "Keep bashing us, but do not wonder why we go berserk." Authorities continue to investigate the shooting and the events leading up to it.
So that one was I got one more. 1 second. So if you guys didn't see this one, let me go back to the second clip. He was busting shots in there.
He was bucking for real.
Yeah.
I saw that clip. You had that clip in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that's sad, man.
And they said some of the extra ones were like the ricochet because of the dome. So thoughts on this one?
I'm sorry, same individual?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's the same.
Did he kill himself after?
Yeah.
I want to know what the gender affirmation process entails. Aside from giving them meds to take, do they sit down and counsel these people and let them know, look, you're going to stumble across some challenges. Not everybody's going to like you, I feel like the transgender population, they, I think you guys were talking about this, your first or second episode?
Yeah.
But why are they so angry?
Nice way to put it. So let me see if I could get it right. I'm trying to think why would they be angry? And that's your question. I'm trying to put myself in why would they do something like this? Is not being accepted, but when I think about it more, it's more I heard someone say this, right? For those individuals that transition and they make it this far, right? It doesn't show, well, I don't want to go into brain, so I'm picking my words here, guys. I'm picking my words very carefully because it could be misconstrued. So if they could do this, that means they could have done anything else with their lives because they followed through on this, right? So if someone is this committed, that means this individual could have done anything in life because, hey, they transform into something they weren't.
Yeah.
So I had to choose my words carefully, not to say it in a way that, you know. So, but with that being said, this person could have been greatness in life, you know, but they chose to, whatever their choice was is their choice. I don't question that. So, but once you make a decision like this, even to say that it's not society, it ain't my business to say what is acceptance. You get what I'm trying to say? So even though it's like you're going against the grain, and even though you go against the grain, you're still not going to be accepted. So in the sense of people not going to see you the way they want to see you, that's what I'm talking about with acceptance. So I got to be very clear, right? So that's my thought. I think it's acceptance.
Well, you got to think about it. If you're going to have the surgery, somebody already don't like you, you know? So then once you have the surgery, you know, it's probably not what they expected it to be.
I feel like it's a never-ending identity crisis.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm sure none of these people get therapy. I'm sure that is not.
Well, that was part of my question. What does the gender affirmation process entail? Do they just give them these hormones? You know, do they get the surgery? Do people talk to them? Do people really sit them down and help them decide, you know, is this the right choice for you?
Well, let me add to what you're going to say, right? I think the situation it was more of a money situation, right? Because once you bring, like you said, the affirmation process, it's a whole bunch of counseling, and you're surrounding yourself with a whole bunch of group of people to let you fit into that unit, right? And it's all money making, right? You got to remember, they got to have the money for the surgery. They need the counselors. They need all of these people are in that bubble, are helping them to get through this process, and it's all money. So if you're calling me and we could get as much people to transition, right, for the ones that want to transition of age, right, now I start to have more therapeutical help to help this person. So I'm opening more businesses and more facilities. So it's like this: you come a normal patient with a number. It's no longer about, am I supporting this patient to what they fully need? Am I helping this patient go through this process of this medical process? So, like when we go to the doctor don't know your name. You know what I'm saying? They read it. What's up, Winston? How you doing? Your back's up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't really care. Well, I can't say that. I can't say they don't.
I've had some good doctors, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's why I had to change my word. You know, I know that's your feel. I know that's your feel. So, Brandon, what you got?
I think that this all boils down to the individual, and I know we're talking about acceptance, but it's them getting right with themselves. You're born into a body that you don't feel like is the right body. You take the time, you take the money to transition into this next thing. You got to be right with yourself, because even me in my regular, well, let me not say regular, in my cisgender African American world, I'm still going to be facing people that don't like me for whatever reason. It could be the color of my skin. It could be whatever it may be. I have to deal with that just doing what I'm doing. You're going through surgery to change who you are, or to match who you believe you are. You have to be okay with yourself. You living with your father-in-law, he don't like it. You got to deal with it. That's a you problem. And so I don't know what's going on, you know, with the ex-wife and the son, but it should never get to that point. You know, I'm not even saying mental health is okay to do something like that. You have to be okay with the life that you're choosing to live. You can't make it other people's problems. He did just that.
Right.
Sorry, this individual did just that. I don't want to misgender anybody.
So this was a question. Is there any research on this topic?
I doubt there's enough.
I was looking it up. There is types of therapy and support available.
How expensive is it? I'm curious.
I
Mental health industry these days is getting. I was just listening to that on the news today. It's getting unaffordable. People are avoiding mental health help because they can't pay for it. Not all insurances cover it. One session, if you're gonna pay out of pocket, $300 for an intake sometimes.
True.
This is true.
But mental health and I think it's two different things. I think they're different. I can't speak, so I have to kind of walk my stuff back. But I think there are different categories of mental health. You get what I'm trying to say? Because psychosis from transition should be two different,
I'm pretty sure the DSM manual will spell it out. And sometimes it's multiple psychiatric diagnoses that these people are dealing with. And the more psychiatric diagnoses they have, the harder it is to treat.
So that would be something for my wife, because that's what she do. So she would that would be the best person to answer that, or
get her on the show.
Well, we got two specialists.
Hold on, I want to put up a comment real quick. So that's the thing, right? We want to be politically correct. I don't want to say regular because this is my subjective opinion on things. What is regular? You know what I mean? We got to be inclusive of everybody. So is the 0.01. Hey, there was a time that somebody wasn't trying to make somebody like me feel comfortable. So why would I do that to somebody else? Just a thought.
Well said. What up, Dre?
The only thing that comes to my mind, I'm sorry to get biblical on y'all, but
it's the times.
Hey, this our therapy right here.
Go for it.
This our therapy right here. Let it out.
So the verse that comes to my mind is love conquers a multitude of sins. I don't know if I said that right, but I got
love conquer all.
It conquers the multitude of sins. So this person made a decision, and the people that supposed to love him unconditionally did not.
Mm-hmm.
Is that enough to drive a man crazy is the question. Now, not only you got society against you, now the people that you thought that would love you no matter what turn their backs on you, maybe, per se. I'm not sure if that's what happened.
I think it is what happened. I think I read somewhere that one of the sons was having a graduation, and they asked him not to show up dressed up, and he did.
Yeah,
so embarrassed the kid.
That's enough to drive a man crazy after he made a person, let me not categorize anybody, crazy that no one loves you after you made a particular decision. So if that man had love and support, not saying that they were supposed to agree with his situation, but still love him unconditionally, maybe that wouldn't have happened. Just let him show up. Let him, this is who he is right now. I'm only thinking biblically because there's no other way you can possibly deal with the situation without, medical treatment and all that. So saying somebody's crazy. So if he would have had some type of love and support from his family instead of resentment, it probably would have went a different way. But people need love regardless to where they at, regardless to whatever situation they choose. If they don't have support, you gotta love somebody through stuff. Marriages, same thing. If you don't, you find resentment. If you don't love the person properly or through that situation, they go left. And people respond and do whatever they do when they go left. It's a sad situation. I feel and I pray for everybody in that's directly connected to that and affected by that, because without love, man, is it's going. Everything's gonna go left. You know what I mean? You can call a person mentally ill or whatever. If that person ain't got no love, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna go left.
Okay, I got a question though, but I understand fully where you're getting at, right? Because that's the premises, and I can't play devil advocate on this one. I really want to though.
Hey,
but
I'll go. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go.
Well, you got to look at this from the kids' point of view. Everybody, like, all of a sudden, dad slides off the cracker, he's something else. You know what I'm saying? Like you can say what you want, but you got your kids, and all of a sudden, your kids' mom, your dad is mom. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know about it. It's an embarrassing situation. I'm sure they're getting dragged through the mud at school. Wife goes to work. Your husband is now with this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure they're hearing it. So I don't know how they found out, how he told them, how it came out. All of that stuff matters because it's quite, you can see they probably never accepted it.
Yeah.
You know, or if they did, they still showed him a lot of like for instance, they'll have the party and they didn't invite him. And he probably paid for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's disrespectful, but at the same time, they got hit with a left hook.
More than that.
You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, daddy is now mommy. Like, that's a left hook that they ain't see coming.
That's not normal.
No, it's not. So I don't think anybody actually knew how to deal with it. So when it came, they all went left, and they was like, "Listen, I can't deal with this right now." You know, these people are getting ready to go to college, getting ready to go to.
They dealt with it the best way they knew how, and it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
Now, did I see somewhere that this same person, their son shot up a black church a couple years ago?
We're going down the hole tonight. We're going down the rabbit hole. Let me see.
Yeah, I really think it was a black church.
Being
Transgender challenges.
So while you were talking, P, you made me remember something. When I was at Home Depot, right? It had a guy. He looked just like that guy in the video, right? Well, the reason I could call him a guy because when I went to the register, you know, I went to Home Depot and I'm bringing up the stuff and I see like, you know, and it was that like that moment of like, hold on. And I had to adjust myself right quick. But he's like, the guy, you know, he said, it's okay. You could call me a guy. But, you know, he said, you know, I know what I am. And the dude was so cool. And I had to stop and think because every time I go to Home Depot and I seen him or seen him or her, because he told me I could call him a dude. So that's what I'm calling him. So he said, I talked to him and he said, you know, he said, it wasn't always like this, you know, because I just happened to speak to him because he was cool. And he explained his story to me. He had kids, he had a family and all of that stuff. And he said, this is what he always felt like. And he told me his story. I was like, cool. But he didn't have any anger. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm thinking back, I'm like, yo, he was so kind. You know what I'm saying? This person was so kind. He was helpful. You know, he knew about construction. He was a construction dude. And you know what I'm saying? So you needed help with lumber or whatever. He would tell you. You know what I'm saying? So he came from construction and he transitioned but he still knew his stuff. You know what I'm saying? So his qualification for what you needed help, he can help you. You know, he just made that transition. But yo, kindest dude ever, yo. You know what I'm saying? So I had to think about it. When you going back to your Toya question, why are they angry? I don't think all of them are angry.
No, not at all.
But it sounds like
that was my reflection. My reflection on it. Once P started talking, I'm like, damn, the dude at Home Depot, he was kind. You know what I'm saying? He had booze, he had everything. You know what I'm saying? And he tall dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but he was kind. As he said. But yeah, I would definitely say that scenario. I don't think they all have that anger issue, and I think that's what's spoiling it for the whole bunch.
But like you said, acceptance. Yes. It sounds like he accepted himself. He made it right with himself. He living his life, and that's how it should be for them. Doesn't mean it's always going to happen, but he made the decision. He living with it.
I think that's the same issue that happened with this. I'm trying to look this up. I remember hearing of it.
D-Cat, what's up? Welcome back, my boy.
What up, D-Cat?
Yep. So this shooter's Pawtucket ring shooter's son set fire to black church in North Providence in 2024.
Damn.
The same son that just got pew-pew?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they from a family crazy.
Yeah.
They cray.
Because, they also said that the father, that, he was sharing the ideology of the German painter. So it sounded like just everybody in that family was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Right.
What was that terminology you used?
The German painter.
German painter?
Yeah, I'm not getting us banned off nothing.
I never heard that before.
Yeah, look it up. The German painter. 1945.
Okay. All right. I never heard of that one before. You learn something every day.
Nah, I'm keeping it PC. Like I said, I ain't saying nothing to get us out here dinged, The German painter.
Okay. Cool. What do you find, P?
That was your auntie just calling me, buddy.
What up, Ma?
I didn't find anything else. Toya was just talking about him pew-pewing the church. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, how many of the kids got pew-pew?
No, they said, you talking about the church?
No, at the.
Nah, he only got the son that set fire and his wife.
So 3 of them, because I think he turned.
And he got himself. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, 3 that actually died and others were injured.
Yeah.
On the live, we see on the live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's crazy.
Apple don't fall too far from the tree.
No.
Yeah.
Yo, think about it, man. If the kids got to be messed up.
Yeah, definitely.
So not everybody deal with it well. And I don't think that I think it played out a whole lot different in his head. In his head, it was peaches and creams. Love you when you do what I need. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was nice. It was the good bread with the peanut butter. The potato bread. He had some of that with a good jelly on it. You know what I'm saying? But he cut it from the wrong side. Something happened, but they didn't like it. They didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
They was eating ass bread.
So before I transition, I think this is
before I transition. Wow. That's noise.
Very nice choice of words. Very.
Coming off of a tranny topic.
So I was going to say this, right? So guys, if you ever want to join the panel, you could just kind of hit I took down the QR code. Once I put back up the QR code. Yep. Yeah, scan the QR code. We got a WhatsApp group. You could just join there and you could be part of the panel. I think I got the link posted at the top. If you want to join the conversation, there should be a link up top. If do I have the link posted? I dropped the invite link if anybody want to come up, join the panel, share your thoughts too. So just remember, you guys could join the chat, be up here on stage giving your feedback too as well. Or if you do know someone that would love to join the panel, right? Send them the link and thing. So let's proceed to the next one. I think this was a good one, right? So let's hop over to the next one.
I like her. Please. I like him too. One thing I like about him, he keeps it real just like Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I am filled, my cup runneth over. Because he allowed his constituents, his people, to come to my house to interview me, to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched, I rallied, I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. Get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of a thing? Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. If you kill somebody, okay, you take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a harsh crime, you do harsh time. Just that simple. And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
So that took place.
Oh my God.
Yo, that shit is like an Aunt Your Mama commercial.
Right.
Aunt Your
Damn right.
So this took place at the White House, and in the crowd, those were majority Black people. So I seen the image where they had the hall full of Black people. They normally do this for Black History Month. So thoughts on what she said? Any opposed to what she said?
No, I mean, who got killed? Her grandson or her son?
Her one-year-old grandson.
That's sad. It's sad. I don't like the way she presented it though. It was like she was glazing him hard. You know what I'm saying? And he accepted the glaze. I mean, he knew, he could see him taking it all. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if he stepped up and the other side wasn't helping, then it is what it is. I just don't like the way she gave me the meat to eat. It didn't sound authentic. It sounded like something they made up, like a script.
Okay.
Now what she said is real because her grandson really got killed. So it's a sad situation. But I just think it to me, it seems like a publicity stunt right now. Brandon, you muted.
Sorry. He was 22. He went on a date with a girl from the internet and they found him dead.
Okay, so that's my apologies. I mixed up the facts.
No, you're good. Somebody said look it up. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
But they did catch the person who unalived him.
Okay. So he probably was 21. I just heard 21. So that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah.
And what state are they from?
It was DC.
DC? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought DC had no more crime since the
That was before. I think it was like a year ago, something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. How long ago was it? Killed by police? I didn't read that facts. I didn't get all the way into that one.
I don't know. Sometimes
2017.
these cats be trolling sometimes. You never know.
You seem like you know about it.
Yeah, he probably does.
Yeah, but what's your thoughts on that one, Brendan? Or you researching something? I'll come back to you. So, P. What's your thoughts on that one, Brendan? Coming back to you, P. Right?
Yeah.
What made it glazing?
Because she kept referring to him as praising him. I love him. I this, I that. It should have been more about her grandson that passed away.
And to answer your question there, no, sometimes people do. You're not doing it, but let me answer. You're not doing it, but some people do put false information out there. So we're not saying you're doing it. So that's why he was saying. But let me get back to your question, P. So if she reached out to the Democrats, right, and they didn't help,
mm-hmm.
The Republicans came and they helped, is that glazing?
No, that's what I'm saying. If they helped her, they did. But the way like what I saw in that speech, you know what I'm saying? Like from what I saw in the speech, that's how it came off to me. Now, everything that happened really happened, so I understand that. You know what I mean? So I can't take that back, but I just felt like the way she presented it, it was just about glazing him. You know what I mean? In particular, like she kept saying, I love him and I love him. You know what I'm saying? She could have said it one time.
Like it was too much emphasis being put on. Like she was glorifying him versus focusing on the main issue at hand.
I'm gonna push back. He did come in and he helped her. So it's the same way if someone got justice for your loved one, you would give praise. I'm not gonna say glorify, but you would give praise because that person made a change in your life.
Yeah.
They kind of gave you closure, justice, the peace of mind to lay down and sleep at night. Because prior to that, it was pretty much kind of like I don't know if I know it wasn't a closed case. I don't even want to use the terminology. But prior to that, it wasn't going anywhere. So,
yeah. I mean, like I said, I understand that he helped her. And if she said what she said is true, then that's good. That's really good. But looking at the speech I just saw that you showed me, I don't like the way it was presented.
Okay.
It seemed like they put her on a stage to perform for somebody, and that's what she did. Now I'm cool with it, but I'm just telling you what I saw.
I agree with you. I don't think it was a performance. I think that was her showing her raw expression for someone coming in and help her, regardless of who's the president. I think because it's like this, and I always put it in the back of my mind. If this was for Biden, would people think the same way of that? You hear what I'm trying to say? If this was for Biden and she was doing the same thing, would people feel that she was performative? And the answer would be no. It would fit the base, it would fit the crowd, and it would fit the demographics. You know what I'm saying? So I think she's authentic in what she's saying.
Yeah, Ladybug getting at me in the comments.
Let's put it up there.
Listen, I can't be always good on this. I'm just telling you how it came out to me. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like it was a little.
I get you. Some people gonna look at it as performative. I get you.
What's the name there in Color Purple?
Really? You tell Harpo beat me.
That's what it said. It came off a little like Aunt Your Mama commercial. But
nah, I don't think so.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
No,
but
I'm pushing back because I know this clip would have had ruffled some feathers because what you're seeing is the opposite of what the Democrats didn't want to see. You get
And that's why I'm telling you, we seen that because he's showing them that. And what this video looked like to me, like she bend the knee. The knee is
well. Won't you bend the knee for the people that help you?
Do you think she was asked to get up there and say that, or did she volunteer to get up and speak?
No, they put her up.
So you got to remember. So it's like this: Trump, he gonna call on people.
Yeah, he got to take his
the spotlight. So you got to remember, it's business.
Yeah,
right?
It's a win for him.
But still, regardless, let me show you this. There's a lot to learn from people, right? I don't believe you should hate people to hate people. No. There are people that there are people that you're not gonna like, but they're gonna show you some tips or some professionalism that you could take from them. You could hate I don't want to use hate. You could dislike someone, but still like the way how they do or go about something. You get what I'm trying to say? So Trump always give you the opportunity where he throws you a bone. And once he throws you a bone, you got to be able to take it and run with it. So you got to take it and make something out of it.
Now,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so, but I'm not saying he's doing something wrong. I'm just telling you what I see. He's doing what he's doing. He's winning. Because the other side hates that video.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I'm not saying I'm against it, but I'm just saying what I see when I look at it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he's going to do. We know who he is. He's not going to change.
Okay.
He's a businessman.
I like it.
You know
Brandon, were you able to see the clip?
I had some difficulties. I had to restart the computer. What I missed?
So it was a speech with the grandma representing for Trump.
Okay, yes. I was watching that. I was trying to give a little rebuttal, but again, technical difficulties.
All right, go ahead. I'll let you do your response.
No, I'm very, very upset with displays like this where you get one person from the community that does not represent the entire community, and you use it as a win for you. Where she talking good about me, or you can't say no race. Come on, man. We don't need that minstrel show. I'm very upset with her for that. I understand the loss of her grandson, 22 years old, went on a date with a girl from the internet, didn't come home. But come on. That's the last thing we need. Trump good with the black people. Grandma said so. No. We got Nicki Minaj, now we got this grandma. Like, come on, cut it out.
No, I don't think so. It's like this, right? So it's like this. I'm gonna push back, Brandon. Push back.
Go ahead.
I don't think this was performative. The same scenario I'm gonna paint to Pete, I'm gonna paint to you, right? Was if this was on the opposite side, would you think this was performative?
I don't think it would have been presented in the same way.
What do you mean? Like somebody out here?
So no, if this was
Obama or something like that, a white person?
Instead of Trump, put Biden. Or put Obama.
Okay, and what, the same person?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got us looking stupid. It don't matter if it's Obama. You got the black community looking stupid. If it's old ass Joe Biden and grandma said it, you got us looking stupid. And I don't appreciate it. Grandma need to take our black ass home.
Yo. So that was genuine. So I believe your point. Because that was even across the board.
It's not just me, see? I know what I saw and I heard. Shit.
Okay. I'm gonna rest that one. I don't got no rebuttal for that one, Brandon. You got that one. You got it. So all right, let's transition to the next one. Oh man. Let's go here.
15-year-old who has been arrested 111 times since August of 2023. Arrests included 55 car thefts and stealing from cars 45 times. At one point, police found multiple guns on the teen and took a phone as evidence. They say they found various Google searches on it, including What is the charge for killing an officer? Is police murder a charge? And what is capital murder? Police say the 15-year-old was most recently released again in September.
You just can't just say, we're going to let you back out to your mom or to your home if the home is broken, without holding the home accountable. There's no accountability right now.
CMPD says the repeat offender problem extends to adults, too. Timothy Massey has faced multiple charges this year and given bond for all of them. One included possession of a weapon of mass destruction, which allegedly ended up being an altered pistol that could fire automatically. Most recently, he's accused of shooting into motel rooms and cars on Reagan Drive, just steps from where Robinson says problems persist. He was given a $50,000 bond for that charge.
You got a court system that's just letting everybody out as soon as they lock them up. And so, it's almost, what's the point of even having a court system? You're just going to let everybody go.
When I asked CMPD if they would call for different standards on who can be released after being arrested, they said a conversation may need to be had about judge and magistrate decisions.
Yeah. So
little buddy's living that Grand Theft Auto life.
Yo, he's still a kid.
Over 100 arrests.
He's still a kid. Like, how old is he?
15.
And like, what the? Like, he spent his whole life in jail.
No, he hasn't. So I learned this. Locked up and going to jail is two different things.
Right. Prison. He hasn't got sentenced to go to prison.
Yeah.
But still, he's 15 and he has 133 arrests. So he had to spend at least a day or two in jail. He might have got let out, but
this dude is doing like probably, if you go back 10 years, this dude's probably getting locked up probably like somewhere like 50 times in 1 year, or it's 25 times in 1 year. So in 5 years span from 10 years old, it's probably like 25 to 30 times in a year, something like that. That's if he started at 10.
Damn.
What are you doing as a parent that it doesn't register? So 10 years old, he got locked up probably like 25 times, 20 to 30 times.
Damn.
What are you telling your 10-year-old to remedy the situation? When he turned 11, he does the same thing again, the next 20 to 35 times. Yeah, that's crazy.
Unfortunately, that's a broken system. These kids nowadays, once they're underage, they'll do whatever they want and they'll get away with it. But the time they turn 18 and they get locked up for the same thing and the book is thrown out, but I've been doing this all my life. Why is this any different? They need to change that now.
Yeah. But my question I would ask is, I know it's a stupid question, but how are these kids getting these guns?
I don't know. Feel like you could throw a rock and find it somewhere, whether it's the dark web, somebody done tossed this somewhere, somebody in the family done got one you done took. It's too easy in this country, unfortunately, to get one.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had the video where these high school kids, right, look like they didn't look like seniors at all. They look like freshmen. Mm-hmm. It was about a whole bunch of them, like 7, 8 of them. They were in school with the long guns. We're not talking about pew pew long guns. They were coming up to the camera. We got it, bro. In school. Then we got it. Next one walk up. Hey, tell them what you got. We got it. We would talk like big guns. I'm like, what? And then school showing off. Obviously they were in a gang, but they did that. The camera was showing, and they was like, "What you got on you, my boy? Pull up." Got it on me. And they did like 7, 8 people, and they were young. They was like, got it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the video was just going. Got it on me.
I happened to be sitting behind a kid today who, I really didn't want to see it, but it was just there in my face. And, these kids are just like, doing all of this motion and, and you could tell they were kids. It's like, it's so sad to see. It's the culture. It's their culture now.
Oh man, it's sad to see though. It's sad to see. Definitely sad to see. Because even though like growing up in school, right, we know people that had guns, right? But school was always a safe safe ground.
Mm-hmm.
I remember even gang members, they used to run to school because they know once they hit that school door, everything stopped. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you make it in that gate, everything stopped. They at school. So I used to always see that growing up, but now it's a different world. It's a different world.
Unfortunately.
I mean, it's the reality. Alice training, we have to do it every so often. Lockdown training once a month. We have to be ready for when somebody is shooting up the place. You know, it's so bad to the point that when we were training with the Hartford Police Department, they didn't even say, you know, Alice training for if this happens. They said when it happens.
Yeah.
And that was just mind-blowing to me.
Well, you always got to be ready.
Yeah.
You do, but damn, like,
scary.
Raising these kids.
Well, when you're at
raising
the top of the state, like you're a chief or whatever, you're actually looking at the numbers. And the numbers tell you it's going to happen 5 minutes from now over there. And so you got to look at it. They got the numbers that they actually could say, yeah, it's going to happen. So let's be prepared.
It's a grim reality.
Let me say this, right? I can't say with certainty, but I know back in the days, dudes used to go to school and get their gun permits, like the shotgun and stuff like that. I know some people told me back in the days they used to have like gun classes where they go to the school because the school used to teach gun safety and stuff like that. So people said high school used to have gun classes where you go to the school, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. These were before they tighten up on the gun laws and stuff. It's going back like 40, 50 years.
Right. They probably took them out by the time we came through there.
Yeah, because I remember they said they used to have the shotgun racks on the trucks and stuff like that.
You remember what was skeet shooting?
Yeah.
Right. That used to be something I think certain schools still had that when we
It was a sport. Yeah, it was a sport.
Yes, sport. I think they used to have that at the school. Competitions.
Yeah.
Not in the Hartford schools though. Nah.
But let's wrap this one up. So this one, right? 100 odd arrests. Closing thoughts on this one?
Now, where is his parents?
Like they probably living this life. They probably living the same life.
Yeah, but was he this? Because no parents were mentioned. No, is he with his sister? Is he in foster care? He better be in foster care because I'm kicking him out.
They live in that same life. Probably grandma raising them.
Yeah,
Pop.
but so okay, what does the state do? Like, why they keep letting them out?
Because they're waiting for him to turn 18.
How come he ain't been to court yet for any of these charges?
How to kill a cop. That was one of the searches.
It's finna happen.
Boy.
So what do you think should happen to somebody like that?
Well, Brandon is the expert. That's the panel expert.
I feel like Lord. Yeah, so that's the thing. I have dealt with so many kids that they commit crimes and they know nothing's gonna happen to them. If they go to juvenile detention, that was always nowadays it's a rarity. It's a rarity. You gotta have done something major to go to juvenile detention. And even then, you still gonna be able to get out and do the same thing over again. So all it's doing is creating a monster. This kid is already a monster. And like I said, when he turned 18 and he do the same thing and he actually serves time, it's gonna be a shock to him.
True.
And that's how it is for all these kids. You setting them up to be these horrible criminals. and they don't understand that. All right, I'm doing this. Hey, nothing happened. So they're gonna keep doing it. You gotta throw the book at them early. If they're doing these type of crimes, this boy stole a car 55 times. No, from the first time, y'all should have put him in some kind of behavioral program. You should have put him in juvenile detention. Let him stew in his mistake. Let him stew in his action. But I don't know what's going on.
He probably got pulled. Probably got people working in the up.
All right,
that's crazy, man.
Let's transition to the next one, right? So I'm trying to get two in, about two more in. Here we go. Let's pull up this one right here.
When I was 12 and I met this guy off the internet and we saw a movie together and he gave me $20. I still have my V card, by the way, but he did things and he gave me $20, and $20 back then was like $50, So I kept thinking about that incident. I'm like, all right, well, I can use old men that are perverts and make a lot of money. I started getting on Backpage and I made a profile on Backpage. I was on Craigslist. I was on Plenty of Fish. I was on like these little Ohio Infinite chat rooms, just like talking to all these older guys. And since I was grounded, I had to figure out a way to meet them, and they would come into my school, and back then all you had to do was have a note,
right?
And like, oh yeah, I'm picking up my niece, or I'm picking up my granddaughter, and that's exactly what they did. Like, I'm picking up this, and they would let me go, and then they would drop me back off before the bell rang.
From high school.
Well, started out in junior high.
Wow.
I was in 8th grade.
I seen that chick on the interwebs before.
So that's what happened.
What?
Thoughts.
What?
What
the fuck? What? Damn. Wow. Listen. Wow.
Unfortunately, that is the start to prostitution, and that is exactly what she became.
That is, and the school signed off on it. They're not there.
They wasn't doing their due diligence.
The rules weren't strict back then. That's all you needed to get a kid out.
Yeah, but God.
Well, I'm glad they changed those rules. I mean, you got to, because it's a lot of trafficking going on.
Well, who would think of that?
No, you're right. Misguided youth and a system that don't work. It's
like, who thinks of something like that? That's not normal.
It's not.
And you got to see, she came up with this plan.
I know it worked.
You get what I'm trying to say? So, she wasn't. How old you got to be? You got to be like 13.
She was like junior high.
Yeah, that's like.
I walked in where she was presenting these notes.
This what she said. Middle school. This is like
every day.
Does it matter if she got to get out?
Just trying to get that money.
It doesn't.
She was getting paid $20, 20 whatever. She was getting paid.
Oh, it was more than that.
But I want to. The reason I'm asking, I'm like, did the school not pick up on trends?
I guess not.
No, she just brought a note.
This is like this. If you got a note, you got a note. I don't think it was happening every day, but you know what I'm saying?
No, it didn't happen every day. But when it did happen, they should bring a note or whatever to school saying that, oh, grandpa, whoever's supposed to pick me up and supposed to take me to the doctor, I got an appointment.
That's why you got to keep an eye on your kids, man.
So the thing is, I don't think, to me, I'm gonna make this conclusion, and this is my opinion. I think she was doing more than what she said she was doing.
She said she still had her V card,
right? So that's
meaning she still was a virgin.
Yes,
in certain places.
I don't think so. I really, I'll be honest. I don't think so.
I mean, she got like 3 other holes.
She was filling them.
Yeah,
but P, boy, grown dude. She didn't say 20-year-olds. She said old guys. Well, she was younger, so she would think someone in their 30s or 40s is old. So
still too old for her.
Nah, she was tracking older guys because she was trying to get the money.
Yeah, because she figured out they were pervs. So you know what I'm saying. So let me ask the question: is those
what they were giving her $20 for? I still want to know what she.
Well, I think
you know what they was giving her $20 for. You know,
she
she lying talking about
smiled and she said
she not lying. I seen her on the internet
about her B card. That's what I'm saying.
Right, that's the same thing I was saying.
Well, she was a virgin in the ear, some people is situational. I don't, I don't know what they do over there, but
you think she's lying?
I don't know. Maybe she gave it up later, when she was older. But again, other holes to fill. So,
Brandon, I don't think that's the only thing, man. I seen it with blacks and with Spanish too. So you can't say only. You can't.
What do you mean, like a sectional virgin?
No. No, I think that's across the board, bro. Across the board. It's, trust me.
Oh no, I'm talking about her. I get
her.
it.
Okay.
No. Yeah, it's perverse in every culture, unfortunately. But I can speak on her. I can only speak on her.
Yeah, because there's also is like this. There's fast young girls too. There's fast young girls.
Yes.
Definitely. Because let me tell you, when I was in 8th grade, I thought I had no chance because the chicks in not 8th grade, in 9th grade, the chicks were dating dudes with cars. I'm like, how the hell we gonna compete? You 14, I'm 14, and your boyfriend got a car. And we're not talking about like high school, senior. No, they were getting dropped off by dudes with cars. So it's like, I can't take y'all on a date. You know what I'm saying?
Little did we know those were perverts.
So the girls would tell you, their boyfriends are 21, 22, and you're in a classroom 9th grade and you're looking at all these pretty girls, and none of them are dating the dudes in their damn grade. They're all dating like senior or college people.
Nasty. But no, that is a thing I see quite frequently. It's like, man, we do not realize that these young girls was getting picked up by grown men with vehicles. Exactly. That these were grown men that should have been dating women in their age bracket, but you out here around the school, R. Kelly in it.
And we thought they were ballers. It's like, look at this cat. This cat a baller, man.
And these chicks didn't know they were victims.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, picked up, dropped off.
They signed up. I mean, what's the word? They wanted to be a part of that situation.
Yeah, but their brains weren't fully developed, my guy.
Neither way, it was gonna happen. I mean, I want to get killed, but is it gonna happen in the building or on an island? It's gonna happen. Yeah.
On an island.
Yeah. So let it happen.
Just let it happen.
I'm trying to squabble. Just let it happen.
No, so I could see what he's saying, but it's like this: you don't want that to happen. But the reality is, if that young lady, and because I was talking to a therapist one time, and I was asking a general question. It's like, so if a girl, and my question was, if girls are of a certain age, like 14, 15, 16, and how do parents handle young girls that want to have sex? I think that was my question. That's for like a therapist or something. It's like, there's nothing you could do about it. And that's the reality. It's nothing you could do about it. And I was like, that shook me to my core. I'm like, then I thought about
education.
So we can't put a chastity belt on.
Nothing you can do about it at all.
No. So there's preventive measures. So that's preventive measures. But if they're in the act or doing the act, it's nothing you could do. So this is being included with the preventive measures. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it lies. You get what I'm trying to say? So If they're sexually active, they're sexually active. We're not. It doesn't have to be based on this subject that we're talking about. With amongst, like, let's make it normal amongst their peers. You get what I'm saying? Amongst their peers. So says nothing you can do about it.
Man, listen, I'm doing something about it.
That was the answer. You can talk to your kids. Yes, as parents, you could talk to your kids. But that was the question that I posed to, like, I'm like, yo, what you know, it's like, there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm
None.
putting air tag.
Once they're already in the act.
Soon as you ain't.
Well, not in the act. I'm just saying. I just said that for clarification. But you know, if they're already doing it, what would deter a young girl from? Well, I can't put it on her because it's two people.
But the thing is, with this girl here, she was doing it to make money.
And she continued to do it. She continued to do it.
Right. She wasn't like, so she met a specific person that happened to be older that she was with. No, she was in it just for the money. That was her only goal.
Mm-hmm.
To fleece these dudes. I'm pretty sure she still had a boyfriend too.
Man, that's crazy. So
fleecing them.
So at that stage, right? We understand the age, and we already know this is exaggeratory, right? For most of these dudes, because none of them were her age, right? But my question is, she was soliciting herself.
Yeah, she was.
Oh man, I can't understand that shit.
I mean, look, I mean, she don't have the right people in her life teaching her morals. The most important thing for her was money. Money.
You have the right people in your life, and chicks still do this.
Hey, you know what's crazy about this whole thing? It happened where they told her to go to school and learn. Go to school and learn. She went to school. She learned to make some money. Shmoney.
Oh, man.
And listen, it happened in the schools, so the school's also an accessory.
Agreed.
It didn't. No,
they participated. They participated.
No, she figured out a route through school, but it didn't happen at school. I think it first happened when she went to a movie theater. I think that's how she said it in the beginning of the video. They went someplace, and you know, the guy did some touchy-feely stuff.
No. Yeah, she got out of the school though. And he brings her back before school is done.
Yeah, multiple people, not one, multiple people.
No, I know, but whenever it happens, yeah, she leaves school and he picks her up, and they think it's a relative, and
right, it probably didn't come in like anything to them because he was so much older.
Exactly.
So like, you're not doing nothing with that guy. That's got to be uncle or grandpa. Or...
Yeah, because who goes to school and pick up somebody else's kid, and they willingly come out and leave with them? That's not normal. So the school participated too, if you think about it. But nobody really found out, I guess. Seemed like she got away with this shit all the way till now.
Well, she don't do it no more.
And that's why she could talk about it.
Yeah.
She's probably living in Las Vegas right now.
Nah.
You know it's legal out there.
It is legal out there.
That's
she passed her cell date, unfortunately.
All right, so let me hop into this next one. Well, let's. I'm gonna let Toya choose. Right, I'm gonna give you two. You choose. Right.
Okay.
Boneless wings or chicken nuggets, or my mother stole my checks. Well, I kicked my mother off my checking account.
Let's do the checking account one.
Okay. Here we go.
So my father died when I was 5 months old, right? And I got checks from when he passed away up until I was 18 and a half. When I turned 18, I didn't even have $20 to my name. So when I turned 18, I locked my mom out of my bank account and I moved the checks so that way they were getting sent to me instead of my mom. And I didn't live at my mom's house at the time. So why, when I go over next to family dinner, my mom beefing? She said, "Why did you lock me out of your bank account?" It's not like there was any money in there to begin with, and I don't even live here anymore. So what are you talking about? What do you mean? I still got to pay for school stuff.
So was she right in this aspect to kick her mother off this checking account, or mom had a right to be mad?
I mean, is her mom putting money in there too?
No. So it's just the father's I don't know what you call those checks. I think it's like exercise.
So she feels like she should get some of that money still?
Well, the mother spent all of it. Her father died when she was a baby.
Yeah.
But she was entitled to it then.
So did she get
Up
any
until she became 18, right?
Yeah.
So let's clarify, Brandon. Yeah. So who was entitled? The mother was entitled, or the daughter was
mother
entitled?
was entitled to it. She's entitled to those survivor benefits, so she continued to feed, clothe, and care for this 5-month-old baby who don't have a daddy no more. What's she gonna do with the money?
So until to the age where she was. So what happened to when she get older? So like, let's see, because she said she wasn't living with her mother.
Right.
Oh.
Right. So I mean, after 18, whatever is there is there. That's your, hey, do what you gonna do.
But she said there was no money in there.
We call that a personal problem.
She wasn't living there.
Right. But money keeps coming every month, right?
Was it until she 18, or is it, does it stop at a certain age?
No, I don't think it stopped, because she said once she turned 18, she took her mother off of it.
And the mother was mad, but she's wondering why the mom's mad if there was no money in there anyway.
Because I think what it is her mother was probably executor of the trust or whatever it was. So she needed her mom to access it, probably. But once she turns 18 or of age, she could remove her.
Yeah, you don't need a payee anymore.
Right. But I guess her mother felt like she should have had that conversation and she just took her off. But her mom was probably on some shady shit too.
What?
You know what I'm saying? She probably emptied that account with the money.
Yep.
I mean, look, she lost I don't know if they was married. She lost a spouse. She lost a significant other. That's a big deal, man. Raising a child alone, it's hard work, man.
I give you that. So what age do you stop? Because at 16, if the child's not living there, I'm assuming, and I'm adding.
Hey, hold up. So was that like child support money?
Survivor's benefits.
Okay. So did the wife got a separate she
It was all going into one account.
She could have got a separate type of lawsuit or something?
I doubt it.
Because it seemed like the mother probably remarried or something. Because I know if she was still
okay, that could be it.
She would have had the SSI to help her with her benefits.
Because it wouldn't make sense to have them both on the same account, the mother and the daughter, because they know eventually she's gonna mature of age. So maybe hers expired.
It's looking like I'm looking at it. It's looking like they both could have got something.
Okay.
They both did?
No, he said they had the potential to.
Yeah, survivor benefits, they both had the potential to have something.
How
now, what happened if you remarried?
Say again?
But she didn't say her mom remarried, though. She would have said that.
Well, she didn't have to, but we kind of know if you remarry, you lose those benefits.
What about if you remarried, Brandon? What does it say?
It don't matter. If you was married at least 9 months, then you can get 100% of the benefits. But in this case, it's looking like.
No. What about if she remarries after you die? Like, say, years down the road, does that void?
They shouldn't.
Benefits.
They shouldn't.
But sometimes it does.
Yeah, some of them do have limit where you can't remarry because you lose the benefits.
How you feel about that, Toya?
I'm just wondering, does she have a right to be so upset? Was she upset because she had plans? Was she upset because she was blindsided? Why was she so upset?
Yeah, she did say there was no money in there.
Sorry about that. I gotta remove this.
What's this one?
No, that popped up on the screen by mistake.
Yeah, if she got remarried, then she does lose her benefits. You're right.
Did she?
We don't know if she did though. So it's looking like the daughter got 100% of the benefits. They probably weren't married. And at most, you could list the mom on the account as the payee for the daughter. So if she turned,
mom was able to take part
mom had access
to the benefits.
Yeah.
Which she would need anyway, because what's a young kid? How are they gonna, make use of that? Mom would need it to make sure she has enough money for groceries, whatever.
True. So my last question would be what age? Because she said she wasn't living with mom in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And she was 18, right?
Yeah. So she said she ain't see her mother in a while, so they weren't living in the same place. So even though she wasn't there, mom was still getting the money or taking the money. So if I'm not living at home and I know I can't take you off of it, you get what I'm trying to say? At what age as a parent, what age would you just like, well, it's your money, go ahead, keep it. You know what I'm saying? I think most parents would do that. It was like, if you're not living at home, blah, 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 go ahead, keep that money, make something of yourself. That's how I see it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think 18 at a minimum,
I'm thinking 16. I'm thinking if she's not living at home at 16, you could still monitor the account. You get what I'm trying to say? Hey, you set boundaries. Hey, you limit. This is a limit. You take that out, And if you see the child moving too fast, you just could go ahead, take that money out, put it in a different account. You know what I'm saying? And if as she need, you just kind of put it over like, hey, mom, can I get some of the, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, boy. I know my mom would whoop my ass.
16, and you out there on your own.
West Indian parents different. Bring the card. Bring it, no. Where the card there? Let's go and get some corn, cuz. Where the card at? Give me the card.
Nah, 18, you a big person. Take that money.
Her mom was mad.
Yeah, definitely mad.
But the fact that she kept saying there was no money in it, which probably told me the mom probably took all the money out.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So the mother did use all of the funds.
Right. It seemed like one of them things where she was just draining the account.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
now money would have kept coming in, right? Like futuristically.
Yeah, it should have more coming in.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it goes for.
As of right then and there, she was pissed and used up all the money.
Yep. Something. Yeah.
That's definitely what
she
it was.
She was mad because she had plans. She had a budget. She had ideas. And now her plans just flop.
Nails done.
That's why.
Did everything.
And then here's the other thing too.
Yeah.
What if she budgeted that into her
lifestyle?
I'm
her
saying,
lifestyle. Her
she had plans.
Right. But her lifestyle.
Right.
The kid, she probably thought she had at least, she might have been 21 maybe, but not 18. You know
So
what I mean?
some car notes not gonna get paid.
Yeah.
No.
Instead of getting that
puts her at a major disadvantage.
Instead of the Hyundai, she got the Mercedes. So yeah, we need that extra.
She's not gonna be able to continue with the same lifestyle.
It's the cost of doing business.
Different bracket.
All right, let's transition to the last one. Let's do this last one. This would be the wrap up for this one. Here we go.
Be somebody who help is on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit. Come on, but go ahead.
So the one thing that I just want to talk about in Luke, make sure I say it name right, crop this part out. Okay. What Luke brought up was like accountability. Like, yes, we can talk about, what our families did to us, all this, all that, but eventually, and I know why people try and say this, and I really don't like that, but eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired and, kind of like putting onto them like, hey, like, you didn't do this entirely, because everybody in here, several people have talked about like, going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself. Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how to Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
All right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but let me.
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Y'all overtalk.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because
I'm good,
you're fucking out
but you're not gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you're
Oh,
talking
I am.
about.
I do.
Love it.
I do.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, I do.
You can't.
I do.
You don't know it, nigga.
I do.
I'm good. You don't know what the fuck you living. I'm living. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm living, nigga. I'm living it right now. You cannot fix no shit that you don't even know what's happening.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
No, but he's generalized. You can't. No, listen, bro. Let me stop. This is what it is. Let's get to the truth of this shit. You can't fix no shit unless you meet somebody who is on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit is. You can't fix some shit that you don't know about, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. And then you get there at 69 or 70 and say, I thought I was being loving all the time. That's what our parents have gone through, and that's why we all so fucked up right now.
You asked, how do we love Black women? Yeah. That's right here. Trust Black women and listen.
So, unmute, P.
Yeah.
So, let's give some context, right? Before we hop into this one, before I pull off the screen, right?
Please do.
That guy, you remember last week we was talking about what was the word? Damn, I forgot the word. Feminist male. He's a feminist male. That's one right there.
Okay.
He's a feminist male. He's gay, right? So he says that he likes men, right? He's a feminist gay. That's why he sounds like that when he's talking, right? Let me scrub the video for you. So all of these people, they're not what you think they are, right? Just adding context.
What do you mean?
Okay. Suave Bente. That's the female that transitioned to a male.
Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
So,
okay.
So and it's they got different people, so it's like you see a whole bunch of forward-looking men, but they're not all.
God damn, I would not know.
And yeah, so I just know these two. They all had a story to tell, but he was going through and explaining his situation too. So yeah, so they had a wide variety of people on this thing. So, but yeah, he was a feminist male. So let's pull it back to the main table.
Why was Clifton Powell there?
For the older generation, it seemed like they had a younger generation or older generation. I don't know. I don't know what's the full breakdown, but I wasn't able to see the full clip. This is more of like a 2-hour show.
The way they arguing, I believe it.
Yeah, they was getting it in.
Heated.
So the main controversy with this so far was most people were mad at him for being 70 years old and not really know what love is.
It's a different time, him coming up.
Yeah.
I can't put it past him. Love looks differently in that time.
True.
Hey, you see that kid that we just did, he got arrested 133 times.
Yeah.
We need love.
You think he know what love is? Now, when he get to 70, what do you think he gonna say what love is?
He ain't gonna make it to 70. That's the problem.
Yeah. But I think what a lot of people got to understand is everybody got a different paths to walk, and you may not find love. I mean, love is a broad question to begin with anyway. And if he tells you he didn't find it or whatever, like, who are they to question it?
I agree.
They don't know where he's been or what he went through.
Yeah.
It's nice to see them yell at each other, but it was very passionate, you know. But hey, I didn't know that was a guy, a woman there. God damn.
That beard was nice.
Yeah, that beard looked nice and thick.
That's a weekend turkey right there. You could tell that was a weekend turkey. Definitely a weekend turkey. But what I wanted to close with this one was, I think he did have a point. You know, the other dude, I can't understand the now I'm lost for the words, or I was calling it feminist male.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't understand their point of view because and you can see that's what I was saying last week. A feminist male argues from the point of view of a female, but it's going against your identity. So your identity is clashing. You get what I'm trying to say? Because you're putting yourself in a woman's shoes to fight for a woman like him. You could tell it's indicative of what he's doing because he put himself in that position. You get what I'm trying to say? So it leads you, not necessarily leads you to choosing a lifestyle, but I don't know what the hell it does, but I can't even bring my mind there. You know what I'm saying? I can't even, is because I understand their goal, but I don't think their goal turned into what they're trying to do.
What's the whole purpose?
It's one of them things where they need to just sit back and be quiet, because your voice ain't doing nothing to push it forward. You pulling it back. Yes. They're gonna turn on you. What are you doing? Who are you talking about? You can't speak for me. You's a male. It don't matter.
Agree to disagree.
Pretty much.
Well, let me.
And how could they be so angry with the concept of love? First of all, that's a very subjective experience. You know, what one person's definition of love is could be completely different from another. You know, ways people show love is very different, especially culturally, you know. So I think it's to get so angry when it's an open, very broad, open concept.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think he needed a hug.
I got one for you, P. I chose this one for you. I forgot about this one. Y'all want to run this last clip? I'm loaded up, but this one was for P. I had this one for you. Hold on. Here we go. I forgot about you, P.
What it is.
There we go. Hold on.
My boss gonna send me home telling me that I have.
Where she go? She about to cuss her boss out. You 12. Yeah, he doing something. Okay.
If you talking to us, you muted 12.
You talking to us? Yeah, he taking care of something real quick.
All right.
Oh, I was talking away. I couldn't find it. Yeah, I couldn't find it, but I sent you that one for your channel. But this one goes for your channel perfectly. But I didn't load it up. It didn't load. Yeah, it didn't load. But we're gonna land it there. Any closing thoughts? We're gonna start with Toya first. What's your message? You're on mute.
Closing thoughts. I'm enjoying this, you know. Must say, keeping me up past my bedtime, but it's worth it. So thank you. You know. Please continue your efforts to try to get more ladies on the show.
Yes.
Jen, I miss you.
Yes, you don't probably be back. What I was going to tell you, if you have anything to promote, so you could definitely showcase it here. Be the right
Working
time.
on it. Working on it.
So
I'm working on it.
So you can definitely shut it out at this time. So I want you to be aware of that. So you don't have to worry. You just come up, say your public service announcement, and you'll be good. But you can finish.
Yeah, that's all I have to say so far. You know, I'm definitely enjoying this. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
All right, cool, Brandon.
I want to say a couple things. Number one, in regards to Black American, African American, all that. One thing was said that really, it was a quick little thing. But listen, I love my Black people. Whether you from the islands, whether you from Africa, whatever. I want to see us all win. So when they say that, there is beef within the diaspora, I ain't part of that. I want to see everybody win. I would like to go to the motherland one day, see the culture, figure out where I'm from, all of that. But much love to the Black diaspora, and to the individuals out there, whether you are cisgender, straight, transgender, whatever it may be, you got to be right with yourself every day of your life, and that's the only thing that matters. You want to be accepted, accept yourself before you go out into this world that fears and hates everybody for one reason or another.
Yeah, we got the polished version tonight, man. We gotta talk to some people, man. Came with the polished one tonight.
Only for tonight. I'm getting back to the ratchet next Tuesday.
So I'll let you go last, Pete. I'll let you close it. Let me say this. So, guys, if you'd like to be part of the show, there's a QR code at the beginning, or you could hit all the socials on YouTube. Late Night Lime. So you can be part of the panel. Just send us an email. We're on WhatsApp. You can find all our socials up top in the comment section or in the panel. So yeah, we're looking for more people as well. So hey, always looking for more people. So with that, I hand it over to P.
We're gonna end it there. We're gonna land it there.
Yeah.
I end it with nobody that's doing good ever starts the fight. So if somebody come and try to start a fight with you, you doing good, you need to sidestep it. Do the Deion Sanders out of there. And that's it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, subscribe. Lime with us, Late Night Lime. You see the Cash App, you see the PayPal below. You want to give a little something to support the people, it's greatly appreciated. But we love y'all tuning in. Please tune in Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Definitely. Jen and Toya's like their nails did. All right. And their hair did. So definitely hit it. All right. All right. We out. Peace.
Till the next one, y'all.
Screw.